Hello and welcome to Frontier Community Access Television. I'm Mason Smith, joined today by Chris Gilbert, and we have probably one of the best games of the season ahead for you folks here tonight at the Olympia Ice Center. It's the Greenfield Greenwave facing off again against the Westfield Bombers. This has become a serious rivalry over the course of this season, the third time these teams are facing, Chris. Greenfield has won both of the two games so far in the season, but this is for all the chips. Two best teams in Western Mass facing off for the Class A Western Mass Championship.
Yeah, like you said, Greenfield won both regular season games this year, tight games. One goal decided each of those games.
Yeah.
But, the bright lights are on tonight. We'll see who comes out, who's got the nerves, who's ready to start performing. But Westfield, like I said, they've only lost like 4 games all year, two of them for the Greenfield. I'm sure they're going to come out and want to get revenge and take this game.
A lot of emotions, and here we go. Bombers win the face-off, being brought up here by Garvey, who chips it ahead. Joe Mafia wearing number 15 in the red and black tonight on the rink. He is the leading man in points for the whole region, I believe even the state, Chris.
Yeah, last I checked, this was a few weeks ago. Like you said, the entire state. The guy's got, don't want to interrupt there. It looks like we almost had a full opportunity there. But yeah, he's collected, close to 60 points on the year?
Just about. And face off from the same spot again. Here comes Bauman on the drop, really scrapping for it here against Christian Anwood. Greenwave wins the draw, flipped into the zone by Bauman in the near corner. Pareda gets to it first, tips it in front, and almost could have been a great opportunity for Greenwave, but now here come the Bombers up the far side, throwing on the brakes, looking for a backhand into the slot. Now the forehand, a chance, stops loose in front, swept aside by Cooper Smith. Bombers still have it, and now it's taken away on a centering pass. Jurek getting hit hard, sheds, and now from the left wing, Lucy scores! Jurek tips it past him. Mastroianni just couldn't handle it. And just like that, Greenfield takes the early lead.
Yeah, I think that's going to be huge. First team to get on the board. Got the energy high right now. You got to be able to contain those emotions. So, like I said, they got a lot of hockey left to go, and this is a very talented Westfield team, as we know. But getting out to that early start, it's got to be a huge sigh of relief for Greenfield.
And the chicken's up behind the bench, not allowed to throw it on the rink, I believe I was told. But off of the first shot of the game, no less.
Yeah, it was a beauty.
And Mafia lost his glove there for a moment. Gets it back now off the face-off. And an unassisted goal, no less. He had one of those to start the game against East Longmeadow, I believe, in the semifinals game. But a lot of physicality early on, Chris, as Greenfield controls in the neutral zone. Now a 2-on-2 rush. Here comes Jack Lowry, trying to sweep it in, loose in the slot, kicked forward, it looked like. Couldn't tell whose skate that was. Now here comes Ciano, shoots, pad save by Mastroianni. Bardwell chips it forward. Knight with it on the left wing, can't center it to Ciano. Bauman can't get to it in time. Now here comes Joe Mafia, gets hit off the puck. Good shoulder there from Wade Bardwell. He's been a huge difference maker in this season, Chris.
Yeah, Wade's got to be a good call-up. He was on that bubble squad for quite a while. Got some playing opportunity with some injured players, and he's really made the best of it, and he's been a staple for this team now.
As Mafia tries to win the puck away from Pruner. He does. Loose on the far boards. They chip it into the slot over the stick of Lacombe. who sends it behind the net of Cooper Smith. Anson Prunier there to retrieve for Greenfield. Jurek in the neutral zone across the red line, chips it ahead. Pareda in pursuit. Gets to it in the near corner. Can't find Jurek. It was knocked away from him, but Jurek pursues up against Balser. One back by the Bombers. Ice Center here at Olympia has quieted down a lot. It's a big crowd for the Bombers, and they've been silent ever since the early goal by Jurek. Here comes Pareda on the right wing. Dodges a hit, looking for the centering pass, and off the side of the net, Ciano. Petrin grappling for it. Still loose, now out of the zone, covered up by Lowry as he shoots it back in. Offside hand comes down after a moment from the near linesman. Bombers send it forward as they complete a change, and we got a whistle. Too many men on the ice. Looks like that was the call there.
I didn't see. I know right when he caught the pass, he was just coming out of the box. I don't know if, or not the box, off the bench.
Yeah.
So I don't know if the other player had time to get off the ice.
Yeah. So he's going to the box here for the too many men penalty. That's Owen Moore who's taken his seat in the sin bin. 11:15 to go. No shots yet for the Westfield Bombers. It's cleared out on the opening faceoff of the power play, but it's been all Greenfield so far. They've got all the shots on goal, and now they got a man advantage, but Mafia wins the puck away. He's got a rush at the net, and a big save from Cooper Smith. Clutch moment right there.
Yeah, it's been good to see Greenfield really picking it up on the side. They seem to be lacking some hustle. The last game I was at, the East Longmeadow game, and it just seemed like every puck they were getting out hustled for. You know, pucks would be drifting down the other end, and they think we'd be going for an icing. They'd come down and scoop it up. So it's good to see Greenwave just really coming out with a lot of energy.
Off the face-off, it's one back to the Bombers.
Audio or video?
And now it's Garvin sending it around. Loose off of the skate. Behind the net, sent in front, and no one was there to connect with it. Mafia was a little bit behind the play there. But here comes Jurek, 2-on-2 rush. He's got Ciano. He loses the puck. Sweeping around the defense. He picks it back up in the near corner. Backhand in the slot. Bauman, big pad save. Mastroianni still with Greenfield. Whistle blown on the power play. And, it was the net came loose.
Yeah.
Looked like they were pointing at Mafia for a second. .27 to go in the first period. 1-0 lead after the early unassisted goal by Jake Jurek. His 22nd of the season. Zoronig behind the net. Beckwith setting up shop, sends it in front. Loose, almost tipped away. Another big pad save for Mastroianni. Zoronig almost cashed in his first goal in a long time, but now Prunier can't handle it. Here comes Joey Mafia. He's got a man behind him. Mafia sends it in front, couldn't connect with Lacombe. Just a little bit too far ahead of him. 40 seconds to go in the more minor penalty. Can't handle the puck again, and Greenfield loses it. Now here's a 2-on-1 for a moment. Pareda turning on the Jets, and it's shot wide by Mafia. Wouldn't be surprised if there was a deflection there, too. Sent across the ice. They were trying to get it to Joe Mafia. Picked back up by Klepich. In the neutral zone. On the forecheck here is Bauman as Greenfield completes a change. Lowry picking it up across the blue line. Lowry turning the corner, shoots, and a save. Closing up the 5-hole was Mastroianni. Power play is over. One back by Jurek. He's got Ciano on the right wing, and it's covered up. Almost a rebound chance there for Greenfield.
Yeah, you got to like all the opportunities they've been producing so far. Decent power play for them overall. Keeping the pressure on Westfield quite a lot here. So, yeah. I mean, they're coming out with a lot of energy, and hopefully they can sustain that for all three periods.
It's been tough for Westfield this season. They have a very short roster, lost over 10 seniors last year, we were told before the game. A scrum after the face-off. Knight put a shot on goal, but Mastroianni covered it up. But as I was saying, Chris, very short roster. They've been struggling to keep some fresh legs out there every once in a while.
Yeah, I mean, that makes their season even that much more impressive when you think about it.
Oh, yeah,
I mean, with
certainly.
the overall record they had. And, yeah, I mean, this is a tough sport. No doubt about it.
Bardwell has to move fast. He gets to it first, shoved off of the puck. Now he gets back to it in the near corner, creating some separation. Almost could have been a great chance for the Bombers. Chipped into the neutral zone, loose behind Knight, picked up by Beckwith. Here comes Sean Beckwith throwing on the brakes to Ciano. Shoots high off the glass. Got a little bit too far under it. As the forwards are changing here, Ciano buys some time, trapping it against the boards. But here come the Bombers. Another transition rush for them. Bauman gets his stick in the way of the pass, knocks him off the play. Bardwell recovers, turning around behind the net of Smith. Bank pass off the boards. Here comes Jurek, already with 1 goal in the game, looking for another point maybe. Surveying the floor. Now getting thrown down. Some roars from the crowd there. A backhand to try and get it in front of the crease. Intended for Brady Pareda. Mafia, and Pareda goes down after he was reaching for the puck there. 2-on-2. Mafia shoots. Oh, and a big save. Looked like it might skip in over the shoulder.
Yeah, it was a tough angle for Cooper Smith, but he was able to knock it down.
Mafia trying to get in the high slot. Shoot deflection, and it goes wide. And he scores! It was deflected in. Lacombe ties it. Shot it in off the back of Cooper Smith.
Yeah, not much Cooper could do in that situation.
Yeah.
Made a couple of good saves there and just kind of lost track of where that puck was.
And that's kind of what we saw a lot from the East Longmeadow game as well, Chris. Just of the 3 goals that were let up by Greenfield, really, I think only one of them could have been prevented by Cooper Smith. Just some bad opportunities, or really good opportunities for the Spartans that were laid up in front of him as they try to pocket it with Ciano. Now he's staying with the puck behind the goal line, looking for someone in front. Has an eye on Beckwith. Now Knight couldn't get his stick down in time. Beckwith runs over the puck. Lowry keeps it in. High hit against Beckwith. He's getting punched in the face, and we're going to have a penalty.
Looks like he hit him in the head.
Yeah.
I don't know if they caught that part or not, but he's definitely going into the bin, probably for some roughing.
High sticking is going to be the call there against Sean McMahon. Already 2 power plays for Greenfield, but I mean that first penalty kill from the Bombers was just fantastic, Chris.
It was. They did a great job being down a man. I mean, Greenfield kept the pressure on them. Even I think Mafia had a chance to come back the other way with a short-handed goal, but Westfield did all right with that last one. Greenfield's going to look to take that lead again, I'm sure. Well, they got a golden opportunity here.
Mastroianni having some equipment issues for the moment, and it's going to be Zoronic taking the face-off once we resolve that. It looks like we do. Greenfield has prided themselves on their power play unit coming into this game throughout the season, so it's a tough look to start. Chase Zoronic taking the draw. Greenfield controls with Prunier along the near boards. Chipped away. Beckwith couldn't handle it. Upset with himself, and it sent the length of the rink. Prunier sends it forward, and the cross-ice pass from Beckwith easily intercepted, and Beckwith delivers a hit to Mariko, who looked like he was already going down. Pareda trying to skate around everyone, a backhand and a stop for Mastroianni. Oh, that was a nice move right there from Pareda. He saw the defenseman go down on the ice, and he just skated around him.
Yeah, he's starting to run out of real estate there. You can see he was trying to reach for it. Just probably didn't get quite enough behind that puck to beat Mastroianni down there. He was ready for it.
But another great save from Evan Mastroianni. I mean, just reaching out your legs as much as he can, and looked like he left the corner open just a little bit, but Pareda couldn't pocket it. Now the shot deflected and turned aside by Mastroianni. Rebound picked up by Lowry, who leaves it for Ciano. Shot sent across. He was looking for a tip-in on the far side by Jake Jurek. But here comes Lacombe. Artie with 1 goal, throws on the brakes. The shot, save, rebound, loose, and Ciano sweeps it away. Here comes Greenfield trying to get something on a transition. Jurek. Shot, deflected high. Might have gotten a piece of it. It was Mastroianni. Garvin sends it down low. was chipped off the play. Lacombe could have a breakaway, but he couldn't connect with the puck. Controls it, though, behind the goal line. Knocked down by Lowry. Westfield fans wanting to call on that one. Ciano digs it out from the boards. Lacombe looking a little shaken up after that play. But here comes Ciano. Plenty of room on the left wing. Now it's closing up. Ciano backhand, rebound loose, sweeped out. Can't be kept in by Prunier. And Mafia, who just checked in off the bench, picks it up. Might try a wraparound. He gets knocked down. Didn't have the angle on it. Greenfield playing plenty physical as they have just 20 seconds left in their power play, which has been a little more even now.
Yeah, Westfield's done a really good job here of this PK kill, 10 seconds left in the box before they go back to full strength. But right now, even with 4 guys on the ice, they're doing a good job keeping it down in the zone.
We just have great speed, and Greenfield loves to combat that with plenty of their physicality, which is what we saw in the game against the Spartans. Jurek skates over the puck. Picked back up by Lowry. Sent ahead. Trying to connect. Had 2 sticks in the area, but no one got it down in time. Petrin back to retrieve it for Greenwave. Almost lost it behind the net. Sends it forward. Sweeped aside by the Bombers. Might have an opportunity in the slot if Mafia is left uncovered. Deflected away on a centering pass by Bardwell. Behind the net. Mafia sets it in front. Shot. Loose.
I think it snuck in.
No goal. Oh. And Petrin giving some shoves to Joe Mafia after the play. We've got no goal. I could not see the puck afterwards.
I couldn't either. From my vantage, it looked like it snuck behind Cooper Smith on his left-hand side. Well, I couldn't see anything.
Oh, and hold on a minute now. No, we're just having a face-off. It looked like they might be coming to deliver another penalty here. And we're giving some explanation to the coaches on their benches now of what happened. No goal is the call on the rink. Yeah. Westfield players shaking their head a little bit. I mean, definitely a situation where they feel like they should have had that.
Yeah, I mean, the linesman just went over and talked to coach. He seemed to give him a quick, yeah, I understand. So I think whatever linesman spoke to the coach, he's like, yeah, all right, I understand something.
Yeah. Players upset nonetheless. I mean, the tensions have been high so far. Even game, despite only 3 shots on goal so far for the Bombers. Mafia on the draw for Westfield. 1 back by Greenfield. Mafia trying to control, chipped forward, and now Mafia sends it on to the other side of the rink. Lowry ahead to Lacombe. Lowry trying to cover it up, gets hit hard into the boards. He's slow to get up. And behind Lowry, covered up on the shot. And Mafia delivering some checks afterwards to Brady Pareda. Mafia has been plenty upset with himself and his teammates, and we're getting a conversation now.
Yeah, talking with the captain.
Yeah.
Trying to tell him to get his players under control by the looks of it. I mean, there's a lot of those little shoves and nudges. I'm sure there's lots of jabbing going back and forth. Just got to keep things under control. I think the linesmen are doing a good job of that right now. You don't want things getting out of control and somebody getting hurt. So,
yeah, got to give him plenty of credit for that. On the draw, Chase Zoronig. 1 back by the Bombers. A one-timer. Pareda still grappling with Ryan Garvey. Now it's picked up down low. Mafia coming in the circle. Shot, save, rebound loose. Zoronig picks it up, still fighting for it. 1 back by the Bombers. Off the stick of Anwood. Centering pass, sent off the skates, and Bardwell hit him hard. Out of the zone, but now being brought back in. Bardwell can't stop the cross. Getting tied up a lot. I mean, there's a lot of physicality so far in this game. Pareda trying to sneak into the slot. Gets knocked off the play. Lowry gains back possession. 3:25 to go in the first period. We're even at 1. Lowry sends it high from beyond the blue line as he goes off for a change. Greenfield can't quite move it fast enough to catch him in the change, but now they send it forward. Jurek waiting as it wraps around the boards. Klepich. And now being brought out by McMahon. Here comes Mafia in the neutral zone across the blue line. An opening. The shot, they score! Another beauty in front. And another great assist from Joey Mafia. Looks like that's going to be Lacombe again.
Yeah, set him up real nice. Everybody's paying attention to Joey, thinking he's going to take that shot. He had Lacombe trailing him a little bit, and he was able to see him. Easy pass off to the right-hand side, and Cooper Smith, you would think he was just eyeballing Joey the whole way. Didn't have enough time to pivot and catch that one.
Just like that, Westfield leading by 1 goal after they were down by 1 initially. Mafia through traffic shoots and a big save. Net is loose and we'll see a stoppage of play. Bauman ran into it as he was diving to make a play on it.
That's Lacombe, his second of the game, assisted by Mafia at 12:05 of the first period.
Yeah, I think Greenfield, they came out with that flurry early on. Westfield was able to sustain it. They gave up that 1 goal, but right now it seems like, after they sustained that early on push from Greenfield, Westfield's now sitting in the driver's seat.
2:40 to go. Battling for it is Prunier and Maritko. Now it pops out as they both go down to the ice. Moore went down as well, sent the length, and an icing call. That leaves us with 2:30 to go in the first period. And even though they've only taken half as many shots as Greenfield has, they've just been way more efficient on their chances, Chris.
Yeah. Yeah, not a whole lot Cooper could do in a couple of those situations.
Yeah, oh, totally. So we're fixing the net one last time here, making sure it's sturdy. Smith is ready between the pipes. Mafia trying to poke the face-off free, and it's sent out of the zone by Greenfield. Jurek couldn't find the puck. Now it's back with Jack Lowry. Pressured by Cody Bard, the big man on the ice for the Bombers.
Oh.
Lowry gets
Sandwiched.
double-teamed. That was a rough little hit for him. Another icing against Greenfield. Taking just 20 seconds off of the clock there. And official saying no more substitutions for the Bombers. They brought 1 on, I think I saw. But Mafia wins it. Back to Lowry, chipping it ahead to Cody Bard. Along the near boards, Lowry gets bumped by him again. Another big collision. Bardwell knocks Lacombe off of him, and now Lowry lost the puck behind him. Now he goes down, just blew a tire. Loose in front, Bard shoots, and he sent it wide. Smith was reaching for it. And you're right, Chris, it's the late period pressure from the Bombers that's doing Greenfield in right now.
Yeah.
Bard almost lost the puck to Lowry. Now it's sent across. Lacombe was all alone in the near side. Mafia with it now off a rebound. Gets hit along the near boards. Can't keep it in the zone, and they drop back beyond the red line. Here comes the charge again from Mafia, who loses the puck. Picked back up by Greenfield. Jurek got hit behind the play. Pareda loses it on his charge. Goes off for a change. Mafia at the blue line. Sends it across. Easy interception for Sean Beckwith. Brings it across on the left wing. Throws on the brakes. Looking for someone down low. Sayano tips it in. Oh, a beauty of a goal.
Wow, yeah, you had 4 Westfield players all sitting down there looking at the same player. No one saw Sayano coming down the backside. Easy pass and tip in. Tie this game up with just under 1 minute left to go in the first period. Great game so far.
Wow. Oh, and that was a heck of a pass from Beckwith, too. Just right in front of Mastroianni. He was reaching out on his glove side. And that's exactly how Westfield has scored both of their goals against Cooper Smith. Greenfield gives them a taste of their own medicine, and this is where they're waving off the change again for Greenfield. Trying to get Lowry on, but Petrin will stay on with Anson Prunier. With just under a minute to go in the first period, Greenfield ties it. Beckwith with a high hit, spinning down. Sayano loses the puck in the neutral zone. Shot glove save. Cooper Smith with 43 to go in the period. And this is where I've been watching the official there, Chris, to get an understanding. at the stoppage of each play, he motions towards the bench to see if they want to change and gives them a certain amount of time, and then he puts his hand up to say no more changes. And then Westfield just tried to sub in someone else after he had put his hand up, and he waved them off again. So I suppose we might be seeing that a little bit here. But now here comes a rush for Greenfield. 25 seconds to go in the period. Ciano getting held up as he was trying to turn the corner. Now Westfield trying to put their own rush together. Garvin gets back to cover up his man. Lays down a hit, and so does Prunier. Still with it is Paul Lowry.
Nobody knows what
and
the puck
now it was between his legs. He was carrying it along the boards. 5 seconds to go. Bard with a big hit and sent on target by Beckwith right at the buzzer. And we're going to go into first intermission tied after a pretty wild first period. High scoring as well. 2-2 the score after the first 15 minutes. Shots pretty heavily in favor of Greenfield, though, 13-8.
Yeah, I think, in those first few minutes of the period, you could see they came out. They had that adrenaline running. I think they were kind of playing out there for a long time. That wore off after a little bit. And then you can see Westfield kind of came back. It was good to get them into that next goal to really tie things up. So it'll be interesting to see how both teams kind of come out. They felt each other out, and they're getting ready for that second period.
Absolutely, Chris. So when we come back, it will be the second period, another 15 minutes of hockey in the Class A Western Mass Finals. You're watching Frontier Community Access Television. We'll be right back. Hello and welcome back to Frontier Community Access Television. We're coming into the second period here at the Olympia Ice Center, where we are tied 2-2 in the Western Mass Class A final. It's the two heavyweights, Greenfield and Westfield, facing off against each other. It was Jake Jurek who scored first, just 2 or 3 minutes into the game, if I remember right, Chris. And then it was Westfield that came back with 2 great goals by Nick Lacombe, both of them assisted by Joe Mafia on just identical sequences, really. And then it was Lucas Ciano who got a great pass in front from Sean Beckwith, and we're tied. And here we go. 15 more minutes of hockey before we get our next break. Shot sent wide by Lowry on their first attempt of the period. Glove down by Prunier, picked back up by Bard, trying to push his way through the slot, but it's taken away by Jake Knight. Here he comes across the red line. Stick handling, and he dumps it in as he goes off for a change. We were talking during the intermission, Chris, and I think me and you both agreed it's just going to be a question of energy and momentum in the rest of this game.
Yeah, quick shot there, another turned away by Smith. Yeah, I think Greenfield came out with a lot of energy. They were pumped up to get this game going. They're always pumped up to play against Westfield. They've been that number one team that had a target on the back all season, and they've been one of the only teams to consistently knock them off. So I think they're coming out with a lot of energy. And to see start of the second period, it's a lot slower. So I think you're going to start seeing these teams, work on their fundamentals and get back to their style of hockey. Yeah, pace themselves as well. It definitely seemed like Greenfield was pretty wiped out by the end of the first period. They came back with some good strength, but during just that middle third, it was tough. They got beat on a lot of transitions. No icing on that. Deflection, I was waiting for the call on that. Pareda in the near corner. Battling for it, got thrown off the play. Here comes Jurek laying down his shoulder and picks up the puck. Backhand in front, and it's a no goal. It went off the post. Looked for sure like Pareda was going to bury that in front. Golden opportunity there. He's going to be kicking himself for that. Wow. One. Man, wake-up call from Mastriani there for the start of the second period. And you're right, Chris. I mean, it's been pretty slow to start here. We're just shy of 2 minutes into the second period, and I mean, there really hasn't been any fantastic opportunities except for that last one that we saw, and now we got an icing call after that. Face-off to the right of Mastroianni, won by Westfield, now taken back. Knight trying to center it in front. It's loose and kicked away by Mastroianni. Kept in the zone by the skate of Prunier. Beckwith tries to dump it in, and Chasey gets knocked off the play and does get to it first. Now runs into his own man. Beckwith still kicking it along the boards, and Lowry comes up with it. Sends it ahead, was looking for Lacombe. Icing waved off for the deflection, trying to get it to Bard in front.
but Petrin kicked it away. Oh man, Bard just threw down Jake Knight. Cody Bard sends it back to the far point. Big wind-up shot, save. Cooper Smith covering up the far side. And it's Garvey again who risks it forward. And it's Smith again who covers it up.
Yeah, we're talking off air during the last intermission how they like to set Bard up in front of the goal. And he's a big presence there. Hard to kind of push him off that spot. So if they can get that puck anywhere near it, hope to get a deflection or a tip in from Bard. I think that's a play that they've tried to use many times.
Yeah. Cody Bard with 7 goals, 10 assists on the season. And that's been kind of the game plan for them recently. You're right, Chris, as trying to sweep it around here is Maritko, and that's a good stick right in the slot. And Lowry blocks it again. He was the one who got a stick on it before. Pareda gloves it down. He's got Lowry. Great move. Gets it into the zone across the blue line. Lowry still with it. And he lost it along the boards to Paul Lowry. Sent forward. Hit delivered afterwards. The shot saved on the far side by Cooper Smith. Jurek almost getting tripped up there, but on the right wing, trying to put a move on the defense. Has Pareda in the slot, trying to send it up high, was deflected. Pareda gets it down low in the near corner, sending it across, couldn't connect with Jurek. Big slap shot from Petrin, save made by Mastroianni. A lot of pressure from Greenfield, taken away in the slot, and Jurek delivering a hit there to Nick Lacombe.
Yeah, it looks like Lacomb's shaking up a little bit, yeah. Having a hard time putting pressure on that left leg.
We got a whistle on the ice, but now, really favoring. And that's some bad news right there for the Bombers. I mean, he's been a big player for them so far in this game and in the season.
Like you said, too, they got a kind of a short roster,
Real
too.
short.
So anytime they can lose a guy, it's not good news. So hopefully you can just shake it off. Maybe just took a stinger or something, but
yeah,
we'll see if we can get him back on the ice here.
Yeah, but he's lying down on the bench right now. He vanished from our sight for a moment. His trainer's going to go and check him out, it seems like.
He might have just knocked knees. It looked like,
yeah.
I believe him and, I don't know if it was Jurek down there or not.
I think
it
it was.
Contact, so I don't know, maybe if they knocked the knees or something.
Mafia can't handle the puck. As Petrin sends it forward, Bard takes it back, and Petrin loses a stick. Oh, a big stop with a poke check from Jake Knight. Otherwise, Bard would have had a big chance right in the house. Trying to keep it alive his own more. Over to Cody Bard. Big shot, and it looked like it went off the back of the net. He's got some heavy windups. Almost got a tip in. I mean, Bard's been all over the place. We didn't see him really at all in the first period as that's chipped high. Not out of play. Ciano gloves it down. Can't be cleared out as Bard checks off. Now Beckwith intercepts a cross-ice pass. He's got Knight on the right side. Almost gets taken down. Paul Lowry lost his stick and lays a hit on Beckwith. Around the boards, Lowry didn't see it for a second. Now here comes Jack Lowry for Greenfield. Paul Lowry wins it, sends it wide of Maritko, shot back in by Greenfield. 10 minutes to go in the second period. We're still even at 2. Pareda from the left circle, circling. Looking back up top, now at the high slot, far point. Bardwell, glove save, rebound chance, can't be knocked in by Sean Bauman. Circling is Mafia, loses the puck, and Bauman was trying to flip it.
Coming at you.
Yeah, Bauman was trying to flip it into the slot, was taken away, and I think that was Owen Moore who just flipped it clean into the netting.
Yeah, it's good to see both teams seem like calm down. Playing some good hockey. I don't see as much of that chippiness going on. Still got close to 10 minutes left in the second, but it seems like maybe the coach is kind of, all right, you got it out of your system. Let's just play smart hockey and try to win a game.
Yeah, neither of these teams are here to fight or settle any scores in that manner.
Offsides.
And offside's going to be the call there.
Yeah.
But they're trying to come here to win. I mean, this is a big game for more than the obvious reasons. The history between these two teams is really lengthened and intensified in this season, Chris. But Greenfield just got moved up to this upper conference, which is the Barrie League, as Beckwith loses a stick, and it's gloved down off a floating shot by Smith. But Greenfield just got moved up from the lower league in Western Mass to the higher league, which is the Barrie League. And now they got a chance to take the championship title in their first year here. On the flip side of things, Westfield's been here plenty of years, and they're looking to go back-to-back. And right now, we've got Beckwith going to the box.
Got him for hooking.
Oh, wow.
That's why he lost his stick. But yeah, as you're touching on before, Greenfield coming into this new Barrie division. At the start of the year, we spoke with the coach, and he says on paper, this was been the most difficult season that Greenfield's ever signed up for. So to be in this position today, coming up with what they thought was going to be one of their most trying seasons of the year is huge.
And certainly has been trying for them. They've done phenomenal regardless. But on the rink right now, we got a power play for the Bombers as they keep it in their zone along the blue line. Shot by Garvey, sent wide. 9 minutes to go in the period, 1:40 to go in the hooking call against Beckwith. Backpedaling into the slot, save, loose rebound. Smith couldn't cover it up, but it's sent the length of the ice. And there is no icing call against the shorthanded team here. And we got an interaction between the Bombers mascot and Beckwith in the box here, as a shot is actually saved by his stick from Mastroianni. Long distance shot too from Greenfield. Mafia plays it back. A minute to go in the power play. Lowry brings it across the blue line, leaves it back. Maritko across the ice. Bard with a shot, and it jumped up. Looked like it might have pocketed itself in, but it was sent wide by Smith. Mafia getting hit plenty hard by Pareda. So he gets back to the puck, sends it back up high. Lowry sends it behind him. Maritko with an opening, looking for some room in the slot. Maritko scores! Power play goal for the Bombers. Just no one taking initiative on Greenfield and going up to the puck.
No, you can see Cody Bard down there too, basically just setting his own body up as a screen. He had another Greenfield player there trying to push him off.
Yeah.
I mean, he was just creating a big gap for that puck to go in. Looks like linesmen are talking over something right now. Westfield doesn't look too happy.
Not sure what this could be. Conversation now with Coach Bouchard of Greenfield. And
we got another player going in the box.
Yeah.
Garvin going in the box.
Matt Garvin. Not sure what this might be here. It didn't look like there was any motion on the play for a penalty or any whistle. But it looks like it's a fresh power play here for the Bombers.
Yeah.
We'll hear what the call is over the PA system in a moment. But with 8 minutes to go in the second period. Save made by Smith. A rebound chance is loose and knocked away.
At 6:52 of the second period. That's Maritko for Mafia at 6:52 of the second period.
Still waiting to hear the penalty if they're going to read it out.
Greenwave penalty, number 14, Matt Garvin, a 2-minute penalty for roughing at 6:52.
Roughing. So wouldn't be surprised if that's something after the whistle as the shot is blocked by Bauman. But already 40 seconds killed off of this second Bombers power play. Lowry circles back out to the top, still looking for an opening, sends it over. And, Bauman blocked it with his back. That's got to sting as he went down on his knees. Bard tries a backhand, and again, loose puck, still loose, and
he's got no helmet on.
Smith has his helmet off. There's still no whistle. They finally call the play dead. Well, there should be no goal on the play here. The puck was out when Smith came up and had his helmet off as he was looking around at the refs, wondering why there was no whistle yet.
Yeah, there was a lot of bodies there. Lost track of the puck, who was swinging what, where. Scary situation anytime a helmet comes off and you got that many, you're right down by the net. It's just free-for-all.
Yeah,
People
especially as the goalie.
So glad to see he's all right.
Bardwell going over to check in on him.
just under a minute left to go on that power play still for Westfield.
And it really has been all Bombers so far in the second period here, Chris. Greenfield seemed like they were trying to pace themselves a little bit, but they might want to try and just turn on the gas.
Yeah, got to play smart, stay out of the box. I mean, basically back-to-back penalties.
Yeah.
You know, that first one cost them a goal. Hopefully they can pull out another penalty kill and get away with without having to go down 2 goals.
That puck is cleared out by Jurek, it looked like, on the backhand as Lowry's fixing his equipment behind the play. Still 30 seconds or so left in the 5-4 advantage for the Bombers. Here comes on the right side charge, Klepich getting hit along the near boards. Leaving it in front. Oh, and a big glove save. Smith, I don't know how he got to that one in time.
That was pristine shot right out in front. Like you said, I have no idea how he saw that puck coming or be able to get a glove on it. But
Paul Lowry, stick handling up high, leaves it up top, shot, save, rebound, loose, sent behind the net. Power play is over. Garvin comes back on, and Cooper Smith doesn't have a stick. We got a penalty perhaps against Westfield. Delayed. Garvin takes a shot, save, gets his own rebound, sends it in front, gets the rebound again, and now we will have a penalty against the Bombers. It might have been during the sequence. Yeah, we've got goalie interference, I think.
Yeah,
might be the call there.
You could see right when Cooper lost or is losing his stick. Must be number 18 here going to the box.
Yeah.
Kicked it behind the net.
And that's Richard Maritko. He was the goal scorer on the third goal for the Bombers here. As now Greenfield, for the third time in this game, is going to have a man advantage. Really has not done well on the power play. This is a big chance for them to turn this game around and get themselves back in it. Winning the faceoff, shot by Prunier, turned aside, rebound, kicked out, and out of the zone. And this is what's been so great about the penalty kill for the Bombers, the forecheck, and now they win it behind the net. Smith taps it behind him, sent forward along the boards. Pareda in pursuit, now he carries it across the red line. On the left wing, Pareda getting knocked around, backhands it in front, and no one could get their stick on it. Long shot from Cam Hopkins goes wide. Zoronic keeping it alive between the skates of Lacombe and now out of the zone. 1:20 to go in the power play. Sent across the ice, off the boards, hopping around was the puck. And now Zoronic carries it into the zone from the right circle. Loose rebound. Looked like Mastroianni had it in his glove, and some shoving after the whistle. Change being made by Greenfield. 1:12 to go in their third power play of the game.
Yeah, you can see some of the Westfield players be smart. I don't know if that was the captain talking to the rest of the players. Be like, hey, let's calm down. We're already down a man. Up a goal, down a man. Just play smart.
Mafia on the draw for Westfield. Won by Greenfield, but too far back. Gets past Matt Garvin. Sent back to him, but he cycled ahead of it. So now it's Lowry bringing it up. Around a stick check and around another. He beat Mafia, and now he's carrying it across. He's got Garvin to his left. Bringing it in front. Loose. Puck still loose. No one knows where it is, and it's cleared out. Oh, a big stand from the Bombers. 40 seconds to go. Mafia almost took it away from Lowry. Now he leads the charge again. Bringing it in. Knocked off the play. Jurek coming in hot. Jurek, the wraparound. Someone got their stick in the way it looked like. He had it clean in. And it sent the length of the ice. Now just 20 seconds left in the power play. Maritko ready to come back on. And here comes Lucas Saiano. He's got Jurek behind him. Sends it in front. And it was tipped away. Out of the zone. This might just about do it as Petrin brings it back in across the blue line. And out comes Maritko. Power play over. Icing is the call.
Well, they had a couple good opportunities there on that power play. Couldn't quite cash it in. I mean, look at the shots on goal right now. It's pretty even. Greenfield was out ahead there early in the first period. Westfield's been able to come back, take some really good shots. We'll see what we can do now. 3:46 left to go.
As always, making it plenty interesting for us. Beckwith off the faceoff. He scores!
Open.
Oh, yes!
Wow!
Beckwith ties it with a beauty.
Right off the faceoff. You can see they were just kind of locked up, just kind of dumped it between his legs. Grabbed it, slid off to the side a little bit. And I don't know, it just kind of looked like everybody was standing around trying to figure out where the puck was, and by the time they figured it out, it was in the back of the net.
That was a great job beating him short side, too. Wow. But now we're back to being tied.
Greenwave goal scored by number
As it's battled for in the neutral zone.
The goal is assisted by number 21, Luca 11-18 of the second period.
Sorry for the
That's Beckwith from
audio
Seattle.
difficulties right now.
11-18 of the second period.
In a foot race right now, it's Knight who won't get to it in time. Beckwith is knocked away. Beckwith retrieves it. In front, Ciano deflected. Oh, man. And now, here come the Bombers. Petrin backpedaling. He knocks the pass away and recovers. Good defensive moves from Will Petrin. 3 minutes to go. Sent forward by Jack Lowry. Beckwith. Ciano throws on the brakes. Was looking for Knight, and now he just sends it on down. And an icing. .251 left here in the game. Or, excuse me, not in the game, the period. Getting ahead of myself a little bit. But it's been a good rally right now for Greenfield, Chris.
Yeah,
they really
nice.
were not themselves for a while.
Nice late surge, which we've seen quite a few times this year in many games we've done.
And now here comes Brady Pareda, batted the pass down to himself, gets a shot off, and it was sent wide. Good defensive plays there from Ryan Garvey. Still fighting for it along the near boards, but Mafia comes up with it. Bauman gets beat. Jurek getting back to it. Mafia trying to do it himself. He still has the puck. Oh, he scores!
Wow.
Looked for a moment that Smith had it in his glove, but it trickled in.
That was pretty impressive. He had a lot of defenders out in front of him. Everybody was trying to poke it away, and it just couldn't quite get it out of the zone.
And just like that, it's back to a Bombers lead. I mean, when you talk about evenly matched, it's these teams. This is, I was a little surprised to see the East Longmeadow game go to overtime against Greenfield. I had a feeling that one team was just going to come out strong and not really let up and dominate the whole game. I was wrong about that one, but this I'm expecting to go into overtime or at least be a one-goal difference until the very last few seconds.
Yeah, no reason not to think that's the way it's been all season. Every game decided by one. Right now, 2 minutes left to go in the second period, one-goal game. Bernier with a nice play right there to break that up.
Couldn't connect with it afterwards as it's sent back down. Brunier knocked down behind the play. Here comes Lacombe. Save made and covered up. And they're going to have a bit of a scuffle afterwards. Bard was a little bit too close to Smith for Petrin's liking, and he hits him up high after the play. Petrin having a conversation with the official now.
Yeah, again, you can see those Westfield players trying to get their guys out of there. Smart thing to do, but when you got a bunch of teenagers on the ice playing a very physical game with everything's on the line here tonight. Hard to keep your emotions in check, but so far, both teams doing a pretty good job of that.
Yep. Face-off going to be to the left of Smith. Caught up in the skates for a moment and almost knocked out of the zone by Greenfield. Bombers with it, though. Lowry almost gets to it in time. Now, in the slot, Moore controlling, sends it back. Rister kicked away off the skate of Bauman. Now it's trapped in the near corner. Jurek in the mix, as well as Bardwell. Sent across to the far point. Shot over a screen, sent wide. Moore doesn't want to wrap around. Sending it back up top was deflected off of Maritko's stick. One-timer from the far point, sent well wide, might have been tipped. dodging a hit there. Lowry sends it, glove save, loose in front. Smith kicks it away. Wow, and the late pressure again from the Bombers. Mafia now sent in front, kicked away. Oh, could have been a breakaway chance for Pareda, but it was sent behind him. Icing is the call against Greenfield. We'll get some line changes. Shots even at 22 as Westfield leads by 1. Mafia has gotten a point on all 4 of the goals so far tonight. 3 assists and 1 goal that he pitched in himself.
Yeah, that's the way he's been playing all season. I mean, that's why he's leading the entire state in points. I mean, last I checked, it wasn't even close to second place.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's a special, special player. Been doing a lot of great things for Westfield this year. 40 seconds left in the period. Greenfield maybe looking for another last-second goal, but Mafia putting the pressure on, still handling it, puts a shot on, even though it was a tough angle, and another icing.
Yeah, I think one of the keys to both Greenfield's victories this year has been able to contain Mafia. I don't even know the stops off the top of my head, but I know that first game we played seemed like we kept him in check. And really, I mean, it seems like a lot of things just run through Joey. I mean, he's got all the assists, he's got all the goals. You know, if he can't find the guy, he's going to put it in himself. Like you said, special player for sure.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right, Chris. I mean, Greenfield, in general, their offense has been very good this game. It's just their defense has not been able to rise to the task of shutting down the Bombers as efficiently as they need to. Beckwith leads it a little too far in front of him. Ciano pitches it forward. Under 10 seconds to go. Maybe a last-second opportunity. Ciano looking in front, sends it off the pad. Loose. Ciano can't get a stick on it. Prunier couldn't get it off in time. Sent it wide anyways. Bauman gets hit a few times after the play. Has a few words to say afterwards. And so with that, we'll go to the second intermission with a 4-3 lead in favor of the Westfield Bombers. Still anyone's game, Chris. I mean, this has just gone back and forth all night.
Yeah, this is what we expected. This is what we've been all season. The first 2 meetings have been real tight, 1-goal games. Going into the third period, 1-goal lead. It's still pretty much anybody's game.
Absolutely. So when we come back, possibly the final period. Well, it will be the final period in regulation. 15 more minutes, potentially to decide this game and the championship title of Western Mass Class A. We'll be back in a few minutes. You're watching Frontier Community Access Television. Hello and welcome back to Frontier Community Access Television. I'm still Mason Smith here with Chris Gilbert and Tyler Wolkowitz on our camera and laptop today. We're coming into the third period as Greenfield trails the Westfield Bombers in the Western Mass Class A championship game. The score is 4-3 in favor of the Bombers after Joe Mafia tucked one past Cooper Smith. The teams have switched sides again. No long change for any defenseman to be caught in for this period. 15 minutes, and here we go. Prunier off the face-off for Greenfield, dumps it into the zone, no icing. Getting to it first is Ciano. In the near corner, up top, Lowry sees a lane, he shoots, rebound loose, sent back in. Beckwith batting it forward, and it was sent wide. Almost caught Mastroianni with his guard down there. Prunier goes off for an early change, and on comes Wade Bardwell. Mafia trying to do it again. It's behind the play as he gets hit behind the net. On the near point, dump back in. Lowry chips it ahead. Garvey racing for it. Knight across, backhand, open net, and Mastroianni can't cover it up. Still an open net. I don't know how he didn't get the puck. Beckwith goes down, battling for it against Paul Lowry. And now, here's a chance forward. Hit in the open ice against Lacombe, who is already weary about that leg, limps off of the ice. Just a minute gone. Bardwell off his skate. Now a chance in the slot. We got a whistle on the play. Looks like we're going to have a penalty here, maybe. And it looks like it's going to be against the Bombers, or we're just going to have a face-off. I'm not sure what the call is here.
No, I didn't.
I'm not really sure
I'm
what
not
happened
sure what that
here.
hand
Yeah.
signal is. That's a new one for me.
It looked like it was going to be tripping. That's what I thought the motion was.
And they're going all the way back the other end of the ice, so.
Well, all right then.
We'll take it.
I haven't seen this before. From the left circle, waiting for the drop here, as now we're getting an explanation for the Westfield coach. Still scrapping for the puck. Pareda comes up with it. In the far corner, sends it in. Bauman has his skate on it, can't get the stick. Now Pareda comes in. Jurek with it. Dumps it down. Pareda looking for someone in the slot. Circling around, he shoots, save made, and Mastroianni covers it up. And now we got a big hit up high on Pareda. He goes down on top of Mastroianni. Bauman gets knocked down in the mix as well. I mean, we were talking during the intermission, Chris. Things are going to get scrappier and scrappier as we go along.
Yeah, a little bit. Third period, final game of the season. You know, there's no tomorrow really, so everybody's just leaving it out on the ice here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, for both of these teams in their division, a state's championship is a serious long shot. So this has been their season goal.
Oh, sure. And with Greenfield being the new kids on the block in the division, I'm sure they're going to want to come out and just make a statement. Oh,
Beckwith,
nice
big save. Mastroianni got his toe on it. But now Beckwith off of his rebound behind the net. Drifting forward. Down low. Oh, and it's snatched out of the air. Ciano was gunning for it.
Yeah, early pressure from Greenfield. Still down a goal here, but they'd love to tie this up early, leave plenty of time left to get themselves another goal.
Yeah.
That's what we're talking off air. Once it starts getting down to like those 5-6 minutes left, I mean, it's, all hands on deck. Do whatever you got to do to win.
It's pretty serious, yeah. Off the face-off, Bombers control, sending it down the rink, and an icing. Greenfield laid off the puck there to get it back into their zone for another face-off. 13 minutes to go in the finals game. Greenfield first looking for just one goal to put the pressure back on the Bombers. Hopkins on the faceoff, loses it to the Bombers, and Mafia, who's on the draw for them. Sent back into the zone, no icing. Beckwith on the pressure along with Zoronig. Lowry getting in the mix, trying to knock his man off the puck. It's Lacombe, who is back in the game. Surprisingly, we were talking about that off air as well. But here comes Paul Lowry on the right circle, sends a shot wide. Might have been deflected off the skate of Jack Lowry. From the near point, sent away by Bardwell. Now dumped back in. Around the boards. Lowry, it's caught up in his skates. Couldn't see it for a second. As it's pitched out now. Ooh. Save with the shoulder was made. As now a glove is loose, and so is a stick. Lacombe and Lowry were getting into it. Zoronig through traffic. Now he loses the puck. Almost had a highlight reel moment. Loose in front. Chipped away, and Lacombe comes up with it. Now Beckwith takes it back. Trying to circle around. Ciano down low, calling for it with Zoronig in front. Ciano shoots off the post, and it's saved! Oh, man!
Second one off the post tonight. Man.
Was trying to go bar down off the crossbar. Couldn't hammer it home. Man. Oh, Ciano is shaking his head as he's going to the bench. So it looks like Lacombe getting a few pats on the back as he goes and takes his seat. Every time we see him, it's, a question mark above his head. Is he done for the night? I mean, it's
he's gutting it out. I mean, like you said, it's a short roster, and they need all hands on deck.
For Greenfield, it's Jurek receiving the pass from Bauman. Scrapping for it behind the net. Now he shoots over it. Bauman tries the backhand, loses it. Chipped ahead. Now Prunier dumps it back down, delivers a hit after he let it go. Behind the net, Jurek sent away. And now up the boards, kept in the zone by Prunier. Off of a Westfield body, back into the neutral zone. Couldn't pick it up was Andwood, who's looking to go on a break. Here comes Braid on the right wing. Toe drag, shot high. Sent on target by Prunier from the far point. And now Pareda gets shoved after the whistle. He got his head bent into the goal, and that's why he threw a couple hits afterwards. Officials will keep their whistles quiet here. Just letting the boys play.
Yeah, at some point, though, they got to make sure things don't get out of hand. I mean, it's no real place to be pushing somebody's head down into the pipe, you know. Greenfield's been the pressure on. I mean, we're down 11 minutes left in the third, and it's been all Greenfield there.
Lowry sends it wide of the net. Trying to recover is Paul Lowry. Off the boards to himself. Now he leads a charge down to the neutral zone. Across the red line. Lost the puck. Jack Lowry might have gotten a stick in there. Garvey. Off the skate of Beckwith. He keeps it in the zone. Now he retrieves it in the far corner. Fanned on the pass. Had Zoronic right in front of the crease. Sent out to Lacombe, who is still back in the game. Takes another hit. Bard in pursuit against Jack Lowry, who sends it out of the zone. Mafia controls in the neutral zone. 10.5 to go in the game. Here comes Joey Mafia. He's got a man to his left. Mafia, big save, Cooper Smith. And he saves it again. No, it went in.
Didn't see who that was.
No. I think it might have been Cody Bard who came in afterwards. He's leading the charge. Yes.
Fired up. Westfield is right now up 2 goals. 10:22 left in the third. Impressive stop by Cooper Smith to deny Joey Mafia. But right behind him, Cody Bard picking up the loose puck. Looks like he's able to beat Cooper on the glove side.
And this is when the emotions are going to start running high, Chris.
Sure.
I mean, Westfield is trying to do something they haven't done so far this year, and that's beat Greenfield. They faced them twice, lost to them twice, both 1-goal games. Now they lead by 2 in the third.
Yeah, and you got to think, too, Greenfield, they've had that puck for so long in their offensive zone, and we're not able to convert. Westfield goes down within seconds and puts one in to go up 2 goals.
Yeah. Now just 10 minutes left. Prunier gets tied up behind the goal line. Still with it, gets it ahead to Jurek as he and one of the Bombers fall down.
Yeah, you can see new energy back into the life of Westfield, even though they're on defense there for a good part of this third.
Lowry fires it hard into the near corner. Prunier can't get it out of the zone. Garvey dumps it in. Big collision as Prunier went down behind the net, trying to be sent in front. It was tapped away by the stick of Bauman. Now the Bombers are really controlling the play here. Greenfield struggling to break out of their zone, even though they have 7 more shots on goal. Hopkins loses the puck behind the goal line, still with it. Popped in front. Smith bats it away. Dangerous moment for Greenfield as Bauman takes it back in the neutral zone. He's got Jurek, and he sends it rink wide. Pareda from the right wing. Behind the goal line now, taking a hit against the boards, still with it. Now he loses it behind him. Gets it back. From the left circle, fires, and a glove save made by Mastroianni with 9 minutes to go in the game.
Yeah, it's still time to get a couple goals on the board. You don't need to really do anything crazy yet. You'd like to see Greenfield put one in just to get that even closer. You know, you start thinking, get a goal in. Think about getting that next one, looking for overtime. You know, I don't know if you're going to score 3 goals here in 9 minutes.
That would be
take the win.
Some kind of comeback. There's a whole battle for the puck off the faceoff. Eventually won by Greenfield. 2 guys really tied up there. Looked like that was Zoronig and Lacombe, who are now broken apart. Sent in front, loose. Zoronig taps it forward. Mastroianni saved it, couldn't cover up the rebound. Now we've got a whistle on the play. And the net came loose. There's a couple motions to different players, so I wasn't sure if we were seeing some kind of penalty here, but We'll just see another face-off. Greenfield's getting plenty of great chances. Mastroianni has been doing a great job in net ever since he had a rough start. And
Joey Mafia talking to linesman.
Linesman reached down and moved his stick off of the face-off dot. I've never seen that before.
No, I haven't either.
Beckwith from the far boards being pushed back out high. Ciano receives the bank pass, loses it off a deflection. Mafia won't get to it in time. Bardwell carrying it in. Getting hit along the near boards. Mafia trying to chip it out, tripping up his own man, Cody Bard.
It looks like he tried to clear that out and just put it right in the chest of Bard.
Lowry off his skates. Almost got it to Ciano, who was charging the net. Would have been another great sequence. Ciano along the boards. Stays with Zoronic. Up high. Bardwell shoots. Save, it's loose, and Mastroianni covers it back up. Bardwell upset as he threw a hit after the whistle there. Mafia's stick went flying, and Bardwell checks back onto the bench.
Just under 8 minutes left to go here in the third period. Like we said, it's getting to crunch time.
Yeah.
When a lot of funny things can happen. You know, Greenfield, for the most part, they've owned this third period.
They really have.
It was that short sequence when Westfield came down. They were only down there for a few seconds. Put it in to go up 2 goals.
That's why Westfield's so dangerous, though, and that's why they were the top team in the conference, or excuse me, the league for so long. So now it's being carried out by Maritko, gets knocked off the puck, trying to get back to it, plays it back to Garvey. Surveying the ice, sends it forward on the far side. Shot, chest save made by Cooper Smith. Gonna have a face-off to the right of the net here. Bauman taking the draw for Greenfield. One shot deflected high. Nice chance right off the face-off for the Bombers. Banked off the boards. Jurek. Icing waved off. Knocking his man off the puck. Can't get to it now. Plenty of Greenfield fans were yelling for a penalty there as Maritko carries it on the near boards, trying to lay his shoulder in to get some real estate up top, sent a mile wide of the net.
Not sure what that was.
Yeah.
I didn't see it get deflected or anything.
Sent in front, loose, and
looks like Jurek going in the box.
Yeah.
Behind the play, getting tied up with 18 there. I'm not sure.
Maybe.
Jurek's going to the bench. I'm not sure what the call was there.
And now he's confused on the play. Looks like he thought the penalty wasn't on him. But now he's heading to the penalty box.
Huh. Yeah, weird sequence there.
Yeah.
I know they're getting tangled up behind the play. Even earlier than that, when some of the Greenfield fans were calling for a penalty, he was getting held up back there and against the board. So I don't know if maybe they were still carrying that play down and getting tied up. But 2 minutes on the power play for Westfield.
Beckwith couldn't see the puck. Could have had a great rush.
Got a
high stick, so we'll have a face-off in the neutral zone. It was brought down off a Westfield high stick.
Yeah, you got to think, too, we are just under 7 minutes here. 2 times for Greenfield, we had pucks go off the crossbars. You'd be looking at a much different game if those were just, different angle here or there, and we're looking at a tied game. So
even to just go bar down on those same chances, just we're talking centimeters of a difference as it sent the length of the ice. Slashing the call against Jurek. Beckwith gets tied up as he was trying to get to the puck. Now he has to rush back. Mafia won't receive the pass. Bardwell, we talked about him before. He's been a huge difference maker on defense for Greenfield in this season. The shot, Garvey covered up by Smith. And Lowry, he's been going at it with Bard for most of this third period.
Yeah, like we said, Bard, he's a big presence down there in the crease. Anybody who's on defense behind him got their hands full. So I'm sure a bit of frustration setting in.
Yeah. It's Loki Rhodes and Beckwith check onto the bench. Ciano out to take the draw against Mafia. Won by Joey Mafia. Back on the far point. Charge, rebound, he scores! It was Cody Bard! Punches it through. And that's another one Cooper Smith could do nothing about.
No, did a great job taking it off the chest, but unfortunately that rebound back on the ice right in front of Cody Bard. And like I said before, he just kind of camps out there in front of the goal.
Yeah.
And he's there to clean up any garbage that happens to bounce off of Cooper. Had no chance on that one.
Scoreboard malfunction for a moment there. That's a 3-goal lead now for the Bombers. I mean, really coming out of reach for Greenfield quickly. Bauman's going to be kept on the rink after a discussion about the line changes was made. Ciano wins the draw, and Greenfield's got to put something together fast if they want to come back and have a chance at this game and the title. Petrin back to play it. Mafia in pursuit. Now it's behind Petrin. Bauman chipped it away. And Petrin looks like he's going to go to the box. Save made by Smith.
Pleading his case with the linesman.
Well, he's got a pretty good case, I might say. He was getting tied up by the leg of Mafia, who he had his leg, the legs were tied up between him and Joey Mafia, and Petrin, what he did is reach down and pulled Mafia's leg off of him.
Yep.
That is the interference call against Will Petrin here.
Tough call with just under 6 minutes left to go here now. Petrin still
a little confused as no, Petrin's not going to be allowed to go to the team meeting. So I think there was a timeout called here. As Garvey ran into Ciano as they were both heading to the bench there. But Rhodes looks like he's trying to get an explanation from the officials as he's waiting nearby, and now they come talk to him. But Greenfield trying to have a team meeting here. I mean, this is where you really, the game is on the line at this point. There's no chance to come back from a 4-goal deficit. I mean, 3 goals with 6 minutes, that's a real stretch.
Yeah.
But, I mean, they've got some special players on their roster.
There is. I mean, you just hope everybody kind of keeps their head on straight, plays the game right.
Yeah,
I mean, I know there's a lot of emotions here. These guys have a long season. They've been playing for a lot here. Don't want to see anybody getting hurt for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
But,
from both sides of the benches.
Yeah.
That's the important thing.
Yeah, absolutely. But, you know, Greenfield's going to try cooking something up. I mean, they're down a man, down 3 goals, just under 6 minutes left to go against the #1 team. It's,
yeah.
you know, tall task for sure.
Greenfield, the #1 seed in this tournament. But, I mean, for the majority of the season, it was Westfield that was the top-seeded team until they lost both of their games to Greenfield, which, I mean, it's been a great year so far for the Bombers regardless, led by Joey Mafia, of course. I mean, this would be a fantastic finish to their season if they could pull off their first win.
I got another guy in the box.
Yeah.
Not sure. We'll have to wait to come on the PA, figure out what happened there.
Yeah, I'm not sure. That's Noah Pareda who just checked in with Will Petrin, but no extra penalty put up on the scoreboard. Shot wide of the net and deflected up. Smith bats it away. He's out of the crease and he went down hard. Plenty of whistles there. He's slow to get up.
Yeah, I didn't catch the call for that second penalty on the PA announcer.
I don't think that they made an announcement about it. I'm not sure what it might be. I
don't think we've seen Noah Pareda. Have we seen him
I don't
on the
think
ice
we've seen him
even?
on the
So
ice.
Maybe
No.
some sort of penalty where they just had to send somebody in the box for.
Yeah, a misconduct of some kind. Just kind of holding his place there as Beckwith falls down in a high slot. Now he dives to try and reach for the puck. Garvey with an opening, sends it back. And now an opening down low. Big save for Cooper Smith.
can't fault the guys for putting in an effort. You see
No.
him scrambling back and forth there, trying to do whatever he can to get a body in front of these pucks. I mean, there is 5.5 minutes left in the third. They're expending an awful lot of energy trying not to go down an additional goal, which I understand, but
I mean, they're playing plenty aggressive, and now Ciano checks on for the faceoff. One back by the Bombers. Garvey with it on the left wing. Sends it back up top between the legs.
oh, we got a player down on the ice.
Oh, that's a tough look right there. That's Cam Hopkins behind the play. I did not catch what happened there.
Didn't either.
Down really heavy. Smith picking up his stick. But
all right. Just having a hard time.
yeah, trainer's coming out for Greenfield, and we're going to have a stoppage of play there. We'll be right back watching Frontier Community Access Television. All right, we're coming back into it now. Hopkins very upset with himself. He's going to the locker room to be checked out, throwing his gear against the wall as he exited the arena.
Yeah, he took a tough hit in the last game, too.
Yeah. He's had a whole tough sequence for this season. Plenty of big hits delivered against him, but here come the Bombers still with their power play shot, saved by Smith between his legs. Now just a couple seconds under 5 minutes to go in the game. Still a minute 02 to go in the power play for Westfield. So we'll see a face-off to the right of Cooper Smith. The hope fading fast for Greenfield. A shorthanded goal here would go a long, long way for them as Jurek wins it off the boards. Trying to bring it up himself, beats one man. Now he's got only two. Jurek turning on the Jets. He's got Lowry in the slot. Lowry with a chance. He shoots and a save made by Mastroianni.
That would have been huge. I think Greenfield's just looking for some sort of spark. That would have done it. But I mean, still, Jurek with a great play, finding his man, giving him every opportunity he had.
Yeah, and I mean, that was just, it was a tough pass to make and a tough pass to receive for Lowry. Definitely not flat on the ice when he caught it there on his stick. So the face-off here to the right of Mastroianni. Some confusion at first, but now it's one back. Jurek getting knocked off the play by Bard. And here comes Mafia. Just one man to beat it. Looks like it's Bard who holds him up, still battling for it. Cleared back out into the neutral zone. Here comes Jake Jurek up against Garvey. Jurek gets knocked off the play, goes to deliver a hit and loses the puck. Lowry getting knocked around down low. Ciano comes in behind the net, looking up top. Bardwell fires a shot that's blocked. He delivers a big hit. Now it's Ciano on the right wing. Penalty about to expire. Some late shorthanded chances here for Greenfield. Backhand up to the top of the zone. Bardwell fires it in. Save made. Jurek didn't see it. It went between his skates.
Out of the box. We got one out of the box.
Now it looks like Petrin is serving a misconduct penalty here. He's still in the box after all of this. Mafia down low. He scores! Top shelf. And that might just about do it here. And if there was ever a way to end it, Chris, it would be with the Joey Mafia goal.
Impressive player for sure. That goal right there, and you can see even the sequence before that where he had 4 Greenwave players on him, and he was just juking and in between everybody's leg, and he still almost came away with it behind 4 defenders. Tough individual to defend.
And it's an incredible shot to make and a tough one to save for Cooper Smith to be that close to the crease and get so much height on it so quickly. But now we got around 3.5 minutes to go. This is where, I mean, Greenfield's still fighting for something. They're down by 4. But I wouldn't be surprised if we see some scraps. We might see one there. Zorana gets knocked down on the play, loses his stick. Out of the zone. Caleb Bennett fires it back in as he crosses the red line. In pursuit behind the back of the net. Off a deflection into the neutral zone. Bauman was calling for it, backhands it in on the near boards. Zoranig in pursuit. Chase Zoranig gets there first, fires it in front. Bauman, big save. A backhand on the rebound by Knight was stuffed.
It's kind of the way this afternoon has gone. I mean, the opportunities have been there. They just haven't been able to get it into the goal.
I mean, it's been a great job from Mastroianni, but that's a great hit right there. Jake Knight, and offside is going to be the call. But you got to give all kinds of credit to Evan Mastroianni. He's faced 36 shots, only let 3 of them in.
Yeah, really, really impressive. He's done a great job. Ciano there, he's still
yeah.
They're competitors till the end, I'll give you that much.
Oh, they are. They've proven that in so many games this season. Had a phenomenal record and just some great turnarounds despite plenty of rough injuries. Loose along the near boards. Out of the zone, and Bardwell's back to play it for Greenfield. Sent forward through some traffic as Cody Bard went down behind the play. Lowry getting knocked off of it by Mafia. Now Beckwith controls. Loses the puck, gets it back, bats it forward off of the wall. Still loose in the slot and now cleared out. And, I mean, that's kind of been the story for Greenfield in this third period. They've had some great chances, really some chances they should have scored on, been robbed by the crossbar, the pipes, or just Evan Mastroianni.
Yeah, just under 2 minutes to go now. See if they can at least generate some sort of offense, maybe put in a couple more in. Finish the season on a high note. I mean, they've had a phenomenal season, don't get me wrong.
They have.
Nobody really expected to come out and be in this position first year in this league.
Smith comes out to play it now along the boards. Picked up. And here comes Sean Bauman. Getting hit as he went to it. Now hit along the boards, spun around, down low. Still stuck between his skates, and Mafia comes out with it. Bauman still going after it here. Now we got a whistle, and it is going to be on Bauman. Oh, both of them, as a matter of fact. Klepich was the other one that was in the mix. Just over a minute to go now. Waiting for the face-off to drop here, or as a matter of fact, waiting for a few changes to be made. Mafia won't be able to take a break after the amazing game that he's had. I mean, a point on, I think, if it isn't every goal, it's every goal but 1 or 2, Chris.
It is very impressive to watch. I mean, it's been great that we've been able to see him now for 3 times this year.
Yeah.
Like I said, the first 2 times, Greenfield did a great job of containing him, which I think was keys to those wins. And, with a talent like that, you can only hope to kind of limit the damage that he does. And today he's kind of found a way to, not only put it in himself, but to get his teammates involved and, get the assists, get the goals. So, tremendous effort.
He and the Bombers have had a fantastic game. Certainly deserving of this win here at the Olympia Center today. Greenfield putting up a very great fight, though. Stayed with them right until the third period. And, I mean, it's a great story for Westfield as well, getting their only win against Greenfield in this season, and it ends up being the one that matters most. As the shot is saved by Smith, a rebound chance batted down off a stick. Fired in by Gaudreau. Ciano controlling, 20 seconds to go. gets wiped out behind the net, and a late penalty is going to be called against Lucas Ciano.
12.5 seconds left to go.
Right. I understand why they do it, though.
Yeah.
I mean, the last thing you want is
Things get out of hand.
yeah, a fight or a scrap of some kind at the end of this game.
I say we go with 3 Greenwave players in the box that run out
Yeah.
of room to sit.
Ciano obviously upset. I mean, Greenfield players just looking dejected on the bench.
Yeah, I mean, they got nothing to hang their heads about.
No.
It's been a tremendous season. Like I said, they beat Westfield twice. I mean, sure, they wanted to win this game 100%.
Oh, yeah.
But, I mean, now that they've been in this league.
Save made. Oh, and a hit delivered late by Bardwell.
It's been
Against
kind of that
Moore.
way all day, though.
And Pareda, I mean, well, Pareda has a very good reason to be yelling at Cody Bard right now, who pretty clearly tripped him behind the play. Linesman did have his back turned to him.
2 seconds left.
2 seconds left, and we're still having penalties dealt out.
Yeah.
Now Garvey is having a conversation. He's pointing at the clock, saying, "You're really going to do this with 2 seconds left?" Last draw going to be taken here. Rhodes leads off. And the Bombers win it. Back-to-back champions as they defeat the Greenwave of Greenfield 7-3.
Yeah, great game by Westfield. They did what they had to tonight to finally get that win over Greenfield. They haven't been able to find it all season, but when it counted most, they're here standing champions. I mean, Greenfield, hell of a season. You can see them over there.
Yeah.
They gave it everything they had today. Just wasn't quite enough to beat a very talented Westfield team.
Yeah.
But they'll be back again. I think they've proved to themselves and the coaches and all the fans here that, you know, they belong in this league and they're going to be a force to reckon with for many, many years. So
It's going to be a tough for them next year, losing plenty of seniors, but a lot of gifted young players and plenty of depth on their bench.
yeah.
Looking forward to a great season next year, but it's going to be a tough bus ride back home for them from the Olympia Ice Center. Taking a tough loss, and the score doesn't really reflect how close of a game this was, Chris.
No, like you said, it was pretty close right up till the end. It was, 4-3 to start this third period.
Yeah.
And, just quite couldn't. And it's good to see the players over there now. you know.
Yeah. I mean, Mastroianni, you got to hand it to him, and Ciano certainly is right now. A lot of respect for Evan Mastroianni, as well as Joey Mafia for leading this team here. And it just been some great players off the ice as well. You can see Evan Mastroianni congratulating plenty of the Greenfield players who played their hearts out this season, really put together something special with this team. But it's the Bombers who come back after being down initially in this game after Jarrett got that opening goal. It seems like forever ago. But they come back and take the back-to-back Western Mass title against Greenfield. Greenfield's next game will be their first game in States, which will be against Sandwich, we've been told. So that'll be a long trip for them. But they'll have a little bit of a break before that. And so will we before we get into the States tournament. We hope you tune into our coverage of that for some of our more local boys and girls basketball games at Frontier Regional. But for now, as the two teams shake hands and exchange some hugs at center ice, that will be it for us for this 24-25 season with Greenfield Hockey. I've been Mason Smith. As always, it's a pleasure to be here with you, Chris.
Yeah, it's been great. It's been great working with FCAT, guys. It's been a terrific season.
Yeah.
Had a lot of fun. It's a great team to be watching. Great crew here at FCAT. Appreciate everything you guys do.
Well, of course. Tyler Wolkowitz joining us here tonight. And Kevin Murphy, as always, our executive producer. Thank you to him for allowing us to come out here and with all this equipment. And thank you, our viewers, for tuning in and making this so worthwhile for us. Final score 7-3. Bombers take the back-to-back championship title. You've been watching Frontier Community Access Television. Have a great night.